December 7, 1941, a date that would forever alter the course of history. In just over 2 hours, a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor propelled the United States into World War II. The tranquility of a Sunday morning was shattered by the roar of aircraft and the thunder of explosions. But how did it happen? And why? To understand, we must look back to the 1930s, a time when Japan sought to dominate the Asia-Pacific region. In the 1930s, Japan sought to dominate the Asia-Pacific region. Their ambitions were vast, and their military was growing stronger by the day. But their ambitions clashed with U.S. interests, especially after Japan invaded China in 1937. This invasion marked a significant escalation in Japan's aggressive expansion. In response, the United States imposed economic sanctions, cutting off vital resources like oil and steel. These sanctions aimed to curb Japan's military aggression, but instead fueled their desperation. Desperate to secure these resources, Japan planned a bold attack to neutralize the U.S. Pacific Fleet at Pearl Harbor. The meticulous planning and secrecy behind the attack were unprecedented. At 7:55 a.m. on December 7, 1941, the first wave of Japanese aircraft struck Pearl Harbor. The attack was swift and devastating. Over 350 planes attacked in 2 waves, targeting battleships, airfields, and other military installations. The chaos and destruction were unimaginable. The USS Arizona was hit by a bomb that ignited its ammunition stores, sinking it in minutes and killing over 1,100 men. The explosion was so powerful that it was felt miles away. The USS Oklahoma capsized, trapping hundreds of sailors inside. The frantic efforts to rescue those trapped were heroic, but often in vain. The attack left 2,403 Americans dead, including civilians, and wounded over 1,000. The human cost was staggering. 21 ships were damaged with 188 aircraft. The Pacific Fleet was left in ruins. It was the deadliest attack on American soil until September 11, 2001. The shock and outrage were felt across the nation. The very next day, President Franklin D. Roosevelt addressed Congress, delivering his famous Day of Infamy speech. His words galvanized the American people. Within hours, the U.S. declared war on Japan, officially entering World War II. The nation was now fully committed to the global conflict. Days later, Germany and Italy declared war on the U.S., drawing the nation into a global conflict. The world was now at war on an unprecedented scale. The attack united a once divided America, sparking a massive mobilization effort that would help turn the tide of the war. Factories shifted to war production, and millions enlisted to serve. Today, the USS Arizona Memorial stands as a tribute to the lives lost on that fateful day. It is a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made. Pearl Harbor reminds us of the cost of war and the resilience of a nation. It is a place of reflection and remembrance. It wasn't just an attack, it was the beginning of America's role as a global superpower. The events of that day set the stage for a new era in world history.